Now today, I'm going to be hanging out with an amazing young woman. This series is all about everyday people who are doing extraordinary things. And we're hanging out this morning with none other than Mrs. Juana Lombard. So get comfortable, grab a cup of coffee, and join us. So let's get to know Juana Lombard, who is a loving wife, mother, grandmother, and also a cat lover. Hopefully she can give me some pointers because I am new to the whole cat family. I am a Mima myself. But Juana, who has served as magistrate commissioner for the criminal court of Orleans Parish, she is from New Orleans and a graduate of Xavier Prep High School, Loyola Law School of New Orleans, and she is a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority and a board member of the Girl Scouts of Southeast Louisiana. She created the Human Trafficking Task Force and served on the DWI Task Force as well as the Drug Policy Task Force.
Well, I've already told you some of my plans. So I want to add victim services to pretrial services. As I said, I was a part of bringing the first one here. Pretrial services, I'm very proud of now, has a mental health component. It has a drug court component. I think now we need to add victim services and screen, as I said, for trafficking and sexual assault victims. But I also want to create a pre-diversion program. So this is a new concept that I came up with. Diversion, as you know, has been historically used for the select few, and it's been controlled specifically by the DA's office. But I have faith. I'm excited that we're getting a new DA, and I know all the DA candidates, and I think that they're all serious about working to change things in the city. And with that, I plan to hold their feet to the fire by creating a pre-diversion program where we start people in diversion straight out of jail. We can release them to the pre-diversion program and prepare them to enter the DA diversion program. And the great thing about diversion is if you complete diversion, you never get a conviction. It really is, as we were talking earlier about resetting, it is a reset button. And then last but not least, I really want to add victim services. As traumatized as New Orleans is, as much violent crime, we have no victim services in the court system unless you're a victim of domestic violence. But we have so much trauma. And often defendants are victims. They may have been shot before, or robbed before, or sexually assaulted before. And I want to now make the court complete. And then of course you heard that I plan to sit 3 times a day to get rid of the backlogs.
2020 has been a horrible year for so many due to COVID-19. Now we're seeing voter suppression. And of course, we can't forget about the civil unrest in the Black community. African Americans wanting justice for so many lives lost unnecessarily, like Breonna Taylor, when cops were issued a no-knock warrant.
No-knock warrant is something that I was always really hesitant about because there is so much room for something like this to happen. So when the police ask for a no-knock warrant, it is typically because they're looking for someone that is a violent criminal and they fear that there are guns in the house and that they could be in danger by knocking on the door. So they really should establish a clear and convincing case to the person signing that before you even allow a no-knock warrant.
So make sure our voices are heard come November 3rd. You can vote early, October 20th through the 27th, or show up to the polls, masked up, and ready to make change. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this edition of Adrian Long Living.